going on? I know I, I did make a video last week, but I did want to share today about would it be a good time to move or not based on the current condition of your home. I spoke about a bridge program um, last time, and today I wanted to give you an update on the real estate market, and then talk about, let's say, if you have a house and you're considering maybe renovating the home, or you're considering um, moving just to a new house. So how do you determine what would be best for you? Okay, so we'll talk about that. So first of all, I want to talk about the new normal in real estate. I feel like a lot of people, when interest rates were going up and up and up last week, were expecting a market to crash, and now we're seeing that we have a new normal. Uh, the prices of homes are slightly a bit higher than what they were last year during this time, but what we are seeing is that the amount of sales going on has really gone down compared to, in most areas of the United States. Particularly in California, that's where we're at as well. Even though prices have sustained regardless of these interest rates, and I'm gonna call this a soft landing. Like, everyone was calling me like, is the market gonna crash? No, we didn't crash. We have a new normal, and that is less homes on the market. And even though there's less buyers, and now we're finally not seeing crazy um, demand for like homes how it was during COVID and slightly after COVID. So that we're out of the crazy buying frenzy. And because the inflation numbers came in positive, showing that inflation is getting under control, the rates are coming back down, which is really good now for buyers. Rates are coming down. To think today we were at 6%, which was it a few weeks ago it was really high. So um, that's really good news for people who are interested in buying or selling or making a move, and they were waiting for things to change. Uh, what happens seasonally in real estate is that during the summertime, in the spring and early summer, is when people really want to move. And now, from now to the end of the year, we're gonna see less buyers because less people want to move in the fall and winter. And what else can I tell you? Um, yeah, just and not every market is doing as well as this. So, for example, downtown San Francisco, I heard is not doing well, and like I see here in Los Angeles, it's still crazy amount of people that still want to buy, and each house is still getting a high number of offers. So it really depends. And if you are interested in learning about your specific area, I could give you a report that shows the market trends for your specific home. We can do a comparative market analysis where we look at sales for a house similar to yours, and then we could just look at the average in the area for you. Okay. So now I'm gonna go over our topic for today, which is, should I renovate or should I move? So first of all, let's talk about what kind of renovations do you want? Do you just want a new kitchen, or do you want to add a floor, rooms, etc.? Because the thing is that you could really change a house as much as you want. You could redo floor plans. But if you need, let's say, more space, or you don't like the area, those are some things that you cannot change. So I would really highly recommend that you write down what are the things you don't like and what are the things you do like. And consider the location and the size of the home. Let's say the square lot of the house, if that's something that you could always add on to a home, and that's great. But if you don't have the space, then you don't have the space. So those are really important things to consider. If you decide, yes, I have to relocate, then where would you move, and what kind of amenities do you want? Do you want to stay in the same neighborhood or not? If you are interested in renovating, let's try to get a hold of that. So I had a client who was unsure whether they were in this specific scenario. So what we did was look at the monthly payments that it would take to get the extra bedrooms and bathrooms that she needed for her family where she was currently at. Then we looked at the construction costs. So she got about three different quotes with different contractors to build an additional floor um, to her house and how much that would cost tacked onto the person's monthly payment. Now, consider someone that bought during COVID. A lot of clients that bought during COVID felt that they kind of settled because it was such an aggressive market. It was about 60 offers for a home, and sometimes people didn't find ideally what was there. So they wanted to maybe, this was the situation this client was in. So then we looked at the costs of, if you were to purchase the ideal home that you want, what would it be like? So we looked at that and then calculated the monthly costs either to keep that home or rent it out and move into the ideal home. And that's how we arrived with a decision. And we could do that for you too. We looked at construction expenses or the moving expenses, the new payment, the cost of a mortgage now versus what you currently have. And these are all the things that you want to consider. Now, if you're considering to build floors like my current client and get plans by architect and permits, that's going to take some time too. Can you wait? These are another things to consider. And then going through a renovation is also going to cost, apart from money, some uncomfort, I'll say, because you might have to move. There might be dust. It might be noisy. If you work from home, does that work? If you have small children, is that safe? So you have to consider all these factors to determine this. But if any of you are considering this, we can sit down, make an appointment, and just walk through all these items and see if that's something that you want to do. I'm also going to post the cliff notes of this on my LinkedIn. So if you have any questions about this, please let me know. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And I'm here for your real estate questions. Thank you. Bye-bye.